Cruising all ass, hotter than Marie Sharp. When it bump on me thing, well, hotter when the fun start, y'all. Me no come for play, me no come for skylark.
You are now watching Soca Vibes Sports Podcast.
The way you grab on me cocky, turn me on. And when you whip, ready to get it on. She got the wine down to the yard farm. So cock it up and put your head by your knee. Never.
Good evening, buenas tardes, bonsoir. Welcome to episode 20.1 of Soca Vibes and Sports. I'm your host, Mello, and I'm here with my usual co-hosts, JP to my left and to my bottom. We have Starboy. Gentlemen, how are we doing today on this lovely Saturday evening?
Doing great. Hey, I need you to say that one more time. Buenos what?
Buenos tardes.
Hey.
That's funny. That's
Buenos
funny.
tardes.
Okay. You think the Latin community gonna be able to understand that one?
Oh yeah, for sure. They should. At least I didn't say buenas noches. Buenas noches means good night in Spanish. So buenas tardes means good evening.
I think you just gotta roll the R a little bit more. That's all.
Yeah.
You gotta roll it a little bit more.
You could tell who stopped that Spanish at an early age, man. You said Buenos tardes. But all right, to get us kicked off, man, we got Men's Mental Health Month, and I'm curious to know, on a scale from 1 to 10, we'll start with you, Mello. What do you feel like your mental health is at right now? And you could keep it a bean with us. You can keep it a bean with us.
I'm gonna always keep it a bean, man. Right now, I'm at a 9. Not gonna lie to you, at a 9.
Okay. I was not expecting to hear that, but
yeah.
Good.
What's kind of helping me not get to that 10, just being here tonight, talking, having this opportunity to express what's going on and talking about the different topics we're about to talk about tonight. Then also to just journaling my thoughts instead of me bottling my feelings about, what's going on per se. As you could tell, man, mental health, especially in the men community, this is something that's not talked about enough. As you could tell, it was brought up, but they didn't elaborate more about it. Or, as opposed, when it comes to anything dealing with women, and I'm not trying to come on here and be sexist or anything, but when it comes to anything with women, they will, bring awareness about it, this, that, the third, whether it's domestic violence, breast cancer, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to like men's mental health, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like it get brushed under the rug a lot. I feel like this is something that should be taken very seriously. At the end of the day, we human. You feel me? We only could be strong, for so long. And, at some point we could break. And we do deserve the opportunity to be vulnerable. We do need an opportunity to express ourselves without being judged. We do need ourselves to kind of like be taken seriously, man. Understand, like, hey, man, we just like anybody in this world. We have our ups, we have our downs. So, just being here tonight with you guys definitely keeping me sane right now. And just want to say I appreciate you all.
That's love. And my question to you, Mello, was who do you feel like majority of the stress, where does majority of the stress you feel come from? Do you feel like it's like internally, or do you feel like it's what's being projected upon you? Like, what do you think most of the stress is coming from?
I'll definitely say internally for sure. Especially if you're like either married or in a serious committed relationship, and when there's a kid involved, I feel like, especially being the men of the house, you have to ensure that everything runs smooth as possible. You get what I mean? And for me, it's just like I'm just trying for, I don't think about now. I think about what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen in a few months from now, probably in a couple of years from now. So for me, I always like to be at least one step ahead. And because, you may never know the outcome of something until it happens. You get what I mean? And I'd rather be safe than sorry about the situation. And, just I like to prepare, man. And sometimes, especially if you have a partner that may not see where you're coming from with things, and at the end of the day, perspective could be different. So it's really hard for me to kind of bring in or show my point of view of things. So for me, it's like I just carry that dead weight on me, and just do my best to figure it out the best way I can.
Right. And there's no blueprint on how to be effective human or just be a good individual in society. There's no blueprint. So, everybody's gonna make some mistakes on the way, saying highs and lows, ebbs and flows. So I appreciate you for sharing that, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
And
No.
side note, this is episode 20, right? But this is 20.1, Soca fam, due to the fact that we were streaming last week. We actually had an episode coming to you guys live from Twitch and as well from StreamYard by way of YouTube. And what happened was it was some type of like, glitch in the system, glitch in the matrix to where our video just didn't pull up,
Appeared.
appear. So we was like, we're gonna double down, what I'm saying? We're gonna shake back, what I'm saying? I can't lie, I was actually a little like distraught by the situation because we like to bring y'all content on a regular basis. So forgive us on behalf of Soca fam, what I'm saying? 2.1. We here now.
We here. We here with it.
So Starboy. Oh, go ahead, brother.
Oh no. I was about to ask that question, but go for it, bro. I don't want to take that assist away from you.
Okay, so hit me.
No, go for it. So pretty much, I was about to ask Starboy the question. So Starboy, just want to ask you when it comes to mental health, what's your take on it? How is it taken seriously? Should it be taken seriously? Just give us your thoughts on it.
First of all, shout out to June for being mental health awareness month. When it comes to the idea and the topic, I feel like it's our month, but it's not really our month. Like, if you get what I'm saying, like just because it's supposedly for us, like it really doesn't. Like, nobody really cares. Like, I'll be real with you. Like, as a man, like things are not like as easy as they always seem, like in terms of like we just have to like go through the motions. Like, you're dealing with something, go through the motions, even if you have a family or you don't have a family. Like, and if you have a family, like you have to be the head of the household. Especially if you and the if you have a child, you and that person living together that you created a child with, like living together, you can show emotion, but you can't like be down. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
a girl has time to do that. Like a guy doesn't really have time to do that. And I'm not saying like, men can't cry or men can't do anything, but it's like I think for guys it's different. Like when we are upset or we're going through stuff mentally, like we relieve out the stress in a different way. Sometimes this is our stress relief. You know what I'm saying? Like us, calling each other throughout the week, or us just being on here, talking to the Soca fan. Like this is a kind of stress relief. While other than, sometimes women's stress relief may be, eating a lot of food or shopping or doing something like that. Like, so for us, it's like, yes, it should be taken more seriously. Like, but I don't think it will, only because like, yes, the world is moving more towards caring about mental health, but it's like men getting a doctor's checkup. Like men are not going to like, even though that you should, have a therapist, but how many guys can say they have a therapist? Like I know that I need one, but I don't have one. Now
Right.
that's whose fault is that? That's a me thing. That's not like there's not resources out there. So it's just like for me, like my mental is like it's in the middle and right now. It's like in limbo. It's like, some days there are great days. Some days they are not so great days. So it's just like, you know, with the whole conversation, it's just like, I feel like, things need to be in place. Like, for example, if this is our mental health awareness month, there need to be more resources, like because there's not just single moms, there's single dads out there. You get what I'm saying? Or for example, like I and Tyree said this in a famous quote, like when women, have a miscarriage, they're not the only persons that are affected. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, they are affected because they're dealing with the physical aspect, but men also are affected. Like when something happened in a men's family, like it's not just don't just support the women. Like everybody goes straight to support the female. Like when something goes on in the situation, like check on how to see how the guy's doing. So that's just how I feel about it.
Okay, and give me a solid number though.
I'll say a 5, like happened, like in them right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Okay. So we definitely gonna be checking up on you. You know,
I
Most
what
definitely.
appreciate it.
we wanna be over the middle. You know what I'm saying? But your gas tank is halfway. It's kind of like it give you something to worry about, but then you feel like you're at a good space,
Right.
but
Exactly.
you rather be hot than cold, you know.
What
And
about you, JP? What do you do when I mean, what's your take when it comes to Men's Mental Health Awareness Month?
I'm kind of on the side of Starboy, man. I don't feel like people give a damn really, but I think that should change. By us speaking on this, I think this conversation can go light years on. What I'm
Mhm.
saying, beyond just this space right here. I think this is something that a lot of men need to hear. I was sitting down with because I got a lot of Mexican neighbors, right?
Hmm.
And they like to drink beers and hang out. So I was sitting outside with them, and one of the guys, he don't speak great English, but we kind of making out words, and you using a little translator app, right? And he's like, I want to show you a song, and the song he showed me was dedicated to his father, right? And all he was trying to convey to me is that he wants a better relationship with his father, right? But it's
Mm.
kind of difficult for him because he feels like his father doesn't really like mesh with him on that type of time. But
Right.
he's seeking his father's validation in a sense. But if your father's never been validated, how can he validate you? You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I told him, I was like, in all actuality, don't seek the approval of anyone else but yourself. You have a kid, you just be the best father that you can be, and in return, your efforts won't go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? So I just pretty much let him know, like, I see you. You know what I'm saying? You a good father. Your kid was just out there in underwear screaming papa papa. Because, I was
Right.
just let him know that, man. And it's like, if we put it forward, like you see
Mhm.
a guy, man, and you see him, just kind of like with the kids, and just tell him, hey, man, I think you're doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? That don't hurt. That don't
Right.
hurt. You doing a great
Exactly.
job, brother. you know it don't got to be nothing more, nothing less. It's just more so like, I see you doing your half. You playing your part. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
And that might take him through the week. Who knows?
Hmm.
Just
So
the little things right there. And I'm so happy that you bring up that part where, like, especially we try to seek validation from others, especially our parents. And when our parents, I would say, dismiss our feelings or dismiss who we are, or we're probably not good enough, it really does take a toll on us. You feel me? And for me, from a personal standpoint, like, it makes me hungrier to kind of prove a point. Like, you know what? If you feel like I'm not enough for you, I'm gonna be sure that I'm gonna be enough for myself. So for me, it just gave me that urgency, like, just to be a better me. And now that and now that I'm a father, I want to be the best version, the best father that I can be to my boy.
right. And also, Soko fam, I say, like, when we speaking on this topic, what I'm saying, I think we should also have grace towards our parents, because like I said, nobody got the blueprint. So it's like, stuff can be learned behaviors, stuff can be things that they feel might be deemed necessary at that
Mhm.
moment of time, even if it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It's just more so like, are we living for yesterday, or are we living for today?
Today, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, that's my take on that. And if I had to give myself a number, where I feel like I'd be like somewhere around 8.
8. Okay.
I'll be
Hmm.
8.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And
No,
if there's one piece of advice you could give to the men right now that's suffering with mental health, what's one piece of advice you could give them right now?
I say stay down till you come up, brother. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we as humans, we all find ways to turn water into wine. You know what I'm saying, with the help of whoever your Lord and Savior might be, or whoever you might pray to, or whatever the case might be.
Right.
So it's one of those things. You can never get too high or too low. You know what I'm saying? Because I've
Yes,
been in
sir.
moments where I felt like, damn, the world is coming down on me. You know what I'm saying? I got
Right.
this going on, I got that going on. Bills out the yang yang, they don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you feeling all this pressure coming from all these different directions. And a lot of times we don't just stop to kind of smell the grass. Like, oh damn, like sometimes when I get in the shower, I tell some friends, I pinch myself, because I'm just shocked that I'm actually like, I'm a living being. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Kind of just ground yourself and be like, wow, like, I'm really in this cycle called life. I've really been here for 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? And you know I'm alive at this point. So why should I worry about what happened yesterday if
Right.
I'm alive right now? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's a living in the moment thing. And every year I feel like I'm getting better at that, compartmentalizing what it is and what it isn't. So that'd probably be my advice. Just compartmentalize,
Okay.
and
Wow. Appreciate you sharing that, my boy. Appreciate you sharing that.
You should not appreciate that for real.
sorry, yes, sir. So to transition, this one right here, Holly struck again.
Damn.
And we're not talking about Haley. We talking about Holly. We gonna get to Haley, but we talking about Holly. This guy right here, underrated. Who said that? Who said that? Somebody
Well,
need to back their neck slap. I swear to you not.
technically, they say overrated. They consider it overrated.
How many buzzer beaters this man done hit for y'all to call him overrated?
You gonna call me biased for this? I still think that he's overrated. Still think he's overrated.
Mellow, man. Mellow, man.
I don't. I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. I'm gonna stick to it.
Put the bottle down, Mellow.
Put the bottle down.
No, man.
Bro.
It'd be people like you.
People like me. Bro, I watched the game. I'm like, there's definitely about this guy that just enlightened me. I'm just like,
Mellow. What else he got to show you?
That's
what
I'm saying.
Don't mind,
bro. Did you start at game one? All right, let's talk about game one real quick, okay? I don't want to stay too long in it. He was a non-factor in that first half. Non-factor. He didn't do nothing, right?
Right.
Out of nowhere, when they got that rebound late, right? They got that rebound, okay? And he's pushing the ball down the court. I guess what's his name? Carson Wallace got lost in the sauce. Boom, he ended up hitting the shot. I was like, bro, that was luck. That was luck. I still think he's overrated. Because look, watch. Game one, he gave that nice performance, that game winner. Game two, watch, he's gonna be a no-show. No call, no show. Okay.
Okay, and you saying this right now? No call, no show. Damn
it. No call, no show.
Listen, Starboy, we gotta clip these moments right here.
That's what I'm saying. We got to, bro.
I'm about to make a little collage with him. All these crazy takes. Y'all remember Soca fam? This man said death, taxes, and Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
And every time he say something like this, foot in the mouth. So I'm. Hey, listen, Soca fam. We know our boy. We got Haitian Papi, Zo Papi himself here. Y'all got to tell him to ease up on the clear mask, man. Tell him ease up on the drink, man. You know what I'm saying? Because wow,
crazy, bro.
Crazy.
He's overrated, bro. I don't think he's that good, man. I just feel like he benefits from the system.
I guarantee you this.
He benefits from the system.
He is a system.
If Jokic do the same thing, average 15, put 15 assists up, then finish with a 20-point game, they're gonna be like, oh, MVP, right?
Right.
What you think Holly Burton's numbers is?
Bro, you want to know how many points he's been averaging this playoff series?
But when the world needed you most, what do? You put the team on your back, right? That's when stars are made in the playoffs. He hits every clutch shot that he needs to hit. He's the moment.
But it comes from his supporting cast that helped them come back in the game. Naismith helped him. Nembhard helped him. Obi Toppin helped him. It's not like Tyler Burton just like, hey, give me the rock. I'm about to take over the game. Bro, wait the last minute.
When the game's about to end, who has the ball in their hand?
Halliburton. What the hell? Come on, stop doing that. Hello.
Look, on it. Listen, you could clip this. Overrated. Da, 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 da. Overrated.
You sound like a Knicks man.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Go ahead. Ask the question for me.
Okay, I got a couple of questions for you, right? First of all, is his jump shot aesthetically pleasing?
No,
it's not pleasing, right?
Nasty.
Okay, that's the first question. Second question. In order for him to make that jump shot, the game they were down, right? They were down 1 point, right?
1 point, correct.
Okay, so they put the ball in the person's hands that has his shooting release is the slowest out of everybody on the team.
That's right.
For him to he can't. In order for him to shoot, he needs space. He needs to create space for him to shoot. So you're telling me the person on the floor that has the worst jump shot, the worst jump shot. For some reason, every time this playoffs against Milwaukee, against the Cavs, against your Knicks, right? And now against OKC, you're telling me 4 different times they put this man in the ball hands with less than 5 seconds, and he delivered every single time.
How's that overrated, man?
The one against New York was by luck.
What?
Luck, like that bounce. Oh, so
okay.
You
So
tell me right now, if you would have made that shot again 100 times, it would have gone in.
If you
exactly.
Okay, so what about the other 3?
The Cleveland series, these motherfuckers didn't box out. These
So who
motherfuckers didn't box out.
That ain't his fault. That ain't his fault.
Who that is?
Okay. The Milwaukee, I didn't watch the Milwaukee series because I already knew Milwaukee was about to get their ass swept, so I didn't give a fuck about them. Okay, but all I'm saying is, dude's overrated, bro. I'm telling you this right now. He cannot do this for like the next 3 to 4 more games. I promise you that.
And if he does, what happens?
Huh?
And if because Indiana's gonna win more than 1 game.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You heard this here first. I'm glazing him.
You know,
I'm gonna give credit when due. That's what you guys want me to do, right? Give credit when due, right?
Mellow. We just got off the topic of mental health.
That's what I'm saying.
This is what you gonna say?
What?
We just got off the topic of mental health, man. And now you talking about Halliburton, man. Oh, Dr. McCullough.
I'm meeting with her tomorrow, so hopefully.
Please, Dr. McCullough, man. Please talk some sense into my boy. Man.
Yeah, because he need it right now. Because you see, because you know me, JB, I'll be watching. You know what I'm saying? First he was from Golden State, right? Then when Golden State got out, he was from the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
Now he's from OKC. You see how that is?
Yeah,
you see that, bro?
And we got an international traveler here anyway. You know, hey, damn. You remind me of my grandpa, Mello. My grandpa switched teams every couple of years. He go with the hottest quarterback every couple of years. Damn.
All right, so I want y'all boys take on the Halliburton situation. He strikes again. How was your reaction after game 1?
I mean, at this point, I'm not too surprised. I was laying in my bed sideways watching the game, and when I seen the whole situation playing out, I was like, yeah, he liable to hit this jump. And then sure enough, he did. And I was like, well. And then I saw the game slipping away when OKC kept on turning the ball over. So I saw the setup. I saw it happening. But everybody else, hence Melo, I guess didn't see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
5-point game. They was losing the whole game. And they get it.
They were. You're right.
They get it with
their only lead came from that Halliburton game winner.
But do you know momentum is a real thing, bro?
Yes.
Momentum is a real thing. That's what happened. Did you not see when the game was swinging to the Pacers' way? I was like, oh, here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. Because once you get within like 10, 15 seconds, you can play the foul game. Somebody's cheeks are going to get tight. So, come on now. When you see stuff like that happening, you can't put it past him if he did it 5 times, 4 prior to that moment.
Exactly. Melo, I got something for you. Underrated.
Overrated. Listen, I'm still stand on that, okay? I'm still stand on that.
This is what happens. You know what it is? It's the New York Yankees shirt, bro. I blame it on that breeds, strange fan base. But we love you over here, despite of the crazy takes, Melo. We actually, because you can store up. Yeah, he can start up some controversy, mess around. So to transition, man, DDG's leaked messages with Holly Bailey, excuse me, because I said we talking about Holly and Haley.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me, Starboy. What's going on?
Put us on, bro. Give us the deets.
Give us the details.
So pretty much like I'm getting ready to pull up or present the pictures, but it's just a bunch of foolishness going on, like a bunch of how women are. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just that like it's a lot of controversy. Like I feel like people, because if you like if you saw basically what happened like in the situation, and if JP, you could pull up the picture of the messages, like you know I know it's kind of hard to see.
Oh, they're a little blurry, huh?
Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to see, right?
What
But she's saying like, I don't know if y'all know who Lala Baptiste is, right?
nah, fill me in, my boy.
Bro, she's like, I gotta put a picture up with her,
Okay,
but
yeah.
Bad.
she's like one of the prettiest girls, like basically streaming wise, right? One of the prettiest girls streaming wise. So basically, what happened was, and basically what happened was like it was reported that he slept with her, but it turned out not being true. You know what I'm saying?
So how that come about? Like how
So basically, like for example, if you look at the messages, I know they're blurry, right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna open up the picture of her, and this is not AI, bro. This is exactly how she looks when you open up a picture of her, right? This is exactly how she looks. This is real. It's not AI,
Wow.
right? I'm dead serious. This is exactly how she looks.
Everybody said this is real. This is not AI.
Yeah, no, that's real. So basically, what happened was, he went, so he's been it's been going crazy throughout social media that he's like a deadbeat dad, and that's the stuff she's putting on him. Like she's been the restraining order, the putting in the court that he can't no longer see his son. So basically, what happened is, I guess he got tired of it after streaming university happened. He got tired of it and just leaked the messages. So in the images, even though it's blurry, and even though I read them, she was saying that like she found out that he slept with her, right? So in the messages, it's like you slept with Lala in Mexico. So this is Lala. So and it was saying like
Hold on,
that,
let me ask a question real quick,
yeah,
Starboy. Why every celebrity want to be Lala?
I don't know.
Lala or little this, little that?
I don't know, but her name is Lala Baptiste, so it's
Okay.
like
She
like
Haitian?
I don't
She
know.
has to be Asian.
She kind
She
of sounds
has
like
to be.
Haitian, but I don't know. Like I don't want to say somebody is and then they're not.
Mhm.
But
Let's see.
basically he didn't even sleep with her. You know what I'm saying? But because of all the recent motions, and he been gaining, coming out with a term, my ball, all these different things, and it's like she had put in the messages like she was gonna kill herself tonight after she found out, with the son being with her.
Hmm.
So he just got to a point. He was like, "Listen, bro, I'm gonna just leak all the messages,"
Wow.
and it was a bunch of just her crashing out, like her talking about she got a knife, she gonna do something to herself. Yeah, she be crashing out. Look, she was from Disney. You know how them Disney girls be.
What?
Yes,
Dramatic.
you know how they be.
Yeah.
Listen, so
Okay.
I feel like he had to do this. Like,
So who do you feel is in the right and who's in the wrong?
I feel like he's in the right because he tried for so long to protect her image. Like he didn't even like he could have been post these messages, but he
Okay.
didn't. So it's like if he didn't post these messages, and while his name is being like messed up in the headlines, he can't see his son. He hasn't seen his son for months, and it's like she's putting like trying to motion where like even when he can see his son, it has to be under supervision. He can't see his son like by himself. He only has a couple hours a certain time during the month, and it's under supervision. Like somebody has to be there watching them.
Wow.
So
So
it's just
I found out she's Trinidadian, Jamaican, and Puerto Rican and white.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so she have no Haitian blood in her.
No,
No.
she don't. Looks real good though. She look real good. Nah, she look real
I
good.
ain't gonna I ain't gonna lie, this whole situation there been making my ass itch. Pause. Right. Cause I just feel like this is something we see
Yeah, you had to
every
say
day.
pause, bro.
Now we have to say pause. I mean, that was pretty out of pocket what I just said, but I just felt like, this has been annoying. I'm just tired of DDG this, highly barely that. This is like fuck. Like We see this shit happen every day in our community. Like this is nothing new. I
Yeah.
feel like the people just glazing them because they're celebrities and shit, and they just fantasize what they got going on.
Now
And I
you
just
got to
feel
think.
like, bro, just let them be, let them figure it out. For me, if I had to choose a side, I'm not choosing no side. I feel like they both are wrong in their own way, in my opinion. I just felt like, DDG as a man, especially as a father, instead of saying more, just do more. You get what I mean? Just let your actions speak for yourself. As for Halle Bailey, come on now. You know dang well that baby needs, his
Parents.
father in his life. Like,
But how I don't mean to cut you off, but how can you do more if you're not allowed to do more? Like,
listen, trust me. You ever heard that saying? If there's a way, if there's a way, there's a will, or if there's a will, there's a
yeah,
way.
but
So,
no, I feel you, but it's different. You got to understand. Like, I agree with you that we see these situations every day, but you got to
right,
understand when a certain person is painted in a certain aspect, then it's different because when you look at it, like her and her sister were signed to Jay-Z, like and Beyonce, Rock Nation, like they don't really their music career is not, I'm not saying it's not good, but they were from Disney Channel. If anybody remember the movie Let It Shine, they were in that movie. So it's like her image was, she was, a mermaid, like,
Pose. Those people.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So now all these things are coming out. Like, bro, during their relationship, it's been reported that she's been the one that's been abusing him. Like she was the one hitting him. Instead of,
I saw her having a knife.
exactly, it was in their terms that she was the one hitting him. Instead of her person is fake. I don't know if it was fake, but these images where during the time that she said that he bruised her body and that he chipped her teeth. So after that, he didn't do anything during that time until he dropped the message. Listen, I'm not for. I agree with you, Mello. I believe they both should have dealt with it internally. But when you, as a woman, when you start going public with things, to at the end of the day, he needs his mom. The child needs his mom and father. But if one parent goes out their way to post pictures of, hey, like, you know, we're gonna ruin his career so bad that he's not gonna be able to have custody of the kid, like see him at all. So it's just like, come on, like
Yeah. This topic just makes my face melt. It's just like, keep that junk at the crib. Keep that junk at the crib, man. Now that y'all done made it more like, public knowledge and stuff like that, y'all can't be mad when people in y'all business, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all say, oh, we can't keep anything private because now it's all on the front street.
hell yeah.
Y'all took it there. Now it's what they say is up and it's stuck. You know what I'm saying? So, they just need to, keep their private matters to themselves. But to transition, man. And this was another one where they be doing too much. They be outside, cameras flashing, people seeing cameras recording, people seeing what's going on. Glorilla or Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. So Glorilla, apparently, who she with? Starboy? Because we got you as our media guy. So you know what's going on in the everyday world of media, but you jump into the sports world as well. You know what I'm saying? So we got our man Starboy on his job, man. Shout out.
She basically with Glorilla. So I don't know exactly who she with. I know there was a time she was with some guy named Speedy. Like he was like he basically interviews famous people, and then this whole thing came out with a receiver from Carolina. Leggett, if I'm saying his name correct.
Yep. Xavier Leggett.
And then you have the Cardi B and Stephon Diggs situation. We seen some stuff on Instagram where they on a boat and you got other girls calling him daddy while being on a boat with his supposedly girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So he living his life right now.
Let me go first on this one, bro. So I love this situation, and let me tell you why. And I'm thinking beyond just what I seen on the boat. I love this situation so much because hopefully the Patriots just get rid of him. hopefully, you know, because I seen a little powder over there, little strawberry powder over there. I don't know if you know that violates the drug policy in the NFL, but hey, you know, we that's one less problem in the Miami Dolphins division that we don't have to worry about. Cardi B is always good to see her. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to see her. Now, with the antics that she got going on, no. But it's always good to see her. So I love this. I love this. This helps me in a way, you know what I'm saying? Feel better about the season coming up. You know what I'm saying? We're not the only team with a wide receiver that's dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm hoping to hear some bad news about the Jets coming soon. Seems like a plan, man.
I mean, I do see you week 4, so I hope that you have that same energy week 4, sir.
Man,
Monday
we
night
ain't worried about y'all.
football.
Yes, man.
All right, but we'll get back to the Jets at a different time. But this situation, like the Glorilla and Xavier Leggett versus Cardi B and Stephon Diggs, I don't know. I'm more, even though I don't care for neither of their life, but more intrigued seeing Glorilla and Xavier Leggett solely because they both sound country as hell. And the way that they talk, I'm just like, I'm like, yo, you can understand one word they're saying, especially Leggett, man. Leggett sound like a true country motherfucker. Like, yeah, man, you know, I used to eat them raccoons, this, that, dirt. Gorilla, every time I see rap, this gorilla. I'm like, God damn. Nah,
Glow.
but glow. As far as Diggs and Cardi B, I don't really care. I mean, I just felt like they just using that for internet bait, you know, just draw people in and make Cardi look relevant, you know, despite leaving what's his name, Offset. Offset, yeah, but I don't care for that. And Diggs, you know, just like you, JP, if anyhow, this becomes a distraction for the Patriots organization, I pray that the Patriots let him go.
Dang.
That's one less headache I have to worry about. You feel me?
I would say
I don't want to see nobody happy. As long as they stay in their division, I don't want to see nobody happy.
That's why you should be happy you over there in the NFC, man. You should be happy.
Right.
Over here, the AFC is the Wild Wild West. We step on each other's toes, break each other's necks. You know what I'm saying about the division.
Trash.
Yeah. So you know, it's a toxic division. Just say the less. Say because the fact that I'm actually excited. I was excited when I see that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, yes. Because when I seen them get Stephon Diggs, I said, oh, sure. I said, we might have to actually watch out for the Patriots this year.
Mm-hmm.
But
their best receiver, like what?
Things going according to plan, bro. Things are going according to plan.
Just a hypothetical question for either of you guys. Mm-hmm. Which relationship you feel is going to last longer? Glorilla and Leggett or Cardi B and Stephon Diggs?
Gorilla and Leggett. No, because they both country, so it's like they would do stuff that's uncommon. Like
they gonna be eating raccoon soup together.
Like, they both would do stuff that's not like common that other people would do. Like I think, like you said, like I think even though Cardi B and Stephon Diggs were talking for a while before they both went public with it, it's like is Stephon Diggs really trying to pursue that? Like she has multiple kids. Like
they don't. Damn. They don't
I know he don't care because he got the money, but I'm just saying, like, I don't really trying to pursue that.
To worry about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going with Glorilla and Leggett.
I feel like at the end of this, man, she gonna find her way back to.
Offset. I think so too.
Yeah, you know how this goes, man.
Yeah.
She's just outside right now.
Yeah.
This is her summer, man.
Being a booze.
Think about it like this. You know how females are. Like, you embarrass me in public, I'm gonna embarrass you in public. You know. So right now, she's just getting her leg back. Right now, it's for the world to see. She know her baby daddy crazy, but they gonna get caught up in the news. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they say that get back a motherfucker.
That get back is a motherfucker.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie. When a girl do it, they do it.
No, it's worse. It's worse.
Way better.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
I know his thing. He probably on his social media watching like that. They courtside right now. They're on the boat. You know what
On
I'm
a
saying?
boat, right?
Exactly. With a bunch of women.
Yeah, she ain't
Way,
never
way
did that
worse,
for
bro.
me. Start- she ain't never did that for me.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, man.
She ain't never let other girls call me daddy while we was on the boat together.
Right.
Right, right. The only people that was calling me daddy is my kids.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So yeah, that ain't he feeling that. I know he feeling that.
Oh yeah.
So it's a transition. This one is outrageous to me. This one should be studied. Okay, with the bullshit going on in New York. Now I'm gonna let Mello take this on, Mr. New York himself.
Alrighty. So breaking news. Well, not breaking anymore.
It's big.
Tom Thibodeau, after 5 seasons, has been fired from the New York Knicks after leading this team to their first Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years. I'm not gonna lie to you, gentlemen. I was a bit surprised as fuck at that. The reason why I was surprised, I'm just like, okay, I'm thinking upper management, front office, probably back in the trajectory that the team was heading in. And I just thought that, I just thought that they probably was going to run it back one more year with him. And let's just say if he happened not to go back to the Eastern Conference Finals, then I thought from there they would have parted ways. Now, for them to part ways after he just took that team, legit brought that team into life, took them to the playoff 4 out of the last 5 years. You feel me? Brought in Cat, like, yo, he really brought back the culture into New York. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's deeper than this. I think that it has nothing to do with Tibbs per se. I mean, the only part I would say probably Tibbs play his guys a lot of minutes, but I would definitely say it has to do with Jalen Brunson's dad. I don't know. I just feel like there was like a clash, and I just feel like for Tibbs was more like the scapegoat in this. They're like, well, we got to sacrifice somebody, and I just feel like they just sacrificed Tibbs in this situation.
I see, because the dad is on the staff too as well, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Not about that.
I'm not sure if you guys remember this. This was a preseason game when it was Minnesota versus New York. Dante DeFrancisco said something in between the lines, like he was throwing shit at Tibbs. Like, well, let's see who runs the show now, Tibbs. And I guess he was throwing shade at both Tibbs and Brunson's dad. And fast forward to now, it's come to find out that Brunson's dad may be the issue in this. I hope that Tibbs do get another opportunity in coaching. This will not be the last of Tibbs. We will see. I know for a fact he will land another opportunity elsewhere. But it just sucks, man. Just sucks. And hopefully whoever that they bring in, I hope that they could, bring in that same energy or better.
I'll say this, bro. I agree with what you said, but I think Tibbs also plays a part in this. And the reason I said this is because why are you playing like a 7-man rotation to the most when you got all these able bodies? You know what I'm saying? So technically, you cost somebody money. You cost these guys a series when y'all could have went deeper into your bench, but your stubborn ways doesn't allow you to want to go deeper into your bench until you feel like you're in trouble. And then once you start to see the success of your bench, coming in and giving you productive minutes, all of a sudden now you want to do it. But at that point, it's too late. So if you got 5 seasons, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's enough time to prove yourself. And now we feel like we're here. We've arrived. We over here beating up on fans. We over here just rowdy. We got the Bronx. We got New York. We got everybody behind us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you do. You play 7 guys. But I love what Tibbs did by putting his pride aside. But ultimately, that doesn't mean anything when you lose the series and you got the whole city behind you, ready to, see their first NBA championship in however many years. Saying, I think last time the Knicks was in a championship, it was black and white.
Black and white, yep. Black and white. Like, talking about during, like, before my mom's time, before y'all mom's time. I'm not sure what year y'all moms were born, but
yeah,
back in 72, I believe. 72 was the last time.
And you make a coaching decision to play your 7 favorite guys, whatever the case might be, and nobody else. Everybody in the city should walk behind him and give him a Zocalo in the back of his head.
Bow, bow.
But I will say this though, he is deserving of another coaching job because I think he learned his lesson within the mistake that he made. and is that you actually got to go deep into your bench. Basketball, you got what, 15 guys on the roster?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why are we playing like that, bro? Why are we playing like that? Somebody could give you some valuable minutes. These are not the only guys in the world that can score a basket. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you need some energy. You put DeLon right in the game so late. You know what I'm saying? It was too late.
Mm-hmm.
It just happened so late. He's processing, and then a part of that is age. But you got the assistants here that should help you, and that's where what you said kind of goes into play, Melo, with the whole Jalen Brunson's dad might be the next man up. You know what I'm saying? And this is all kind of pre-orchestrated. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I don't like what you're saying. My son is the star on the team. I'm on your staff. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm gunning for your job. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Shout out
What's
to
everybody's take on it, man? Like how do y'all feel? Like, do y'all feel this was right? Do y'all feel
This was right? This was right. I'm happy. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. Listen, I knew it was gonna happen before it happened.
I think this was like the right move, but I think it was just like this should have happened sooner. If there was this, don't do it when the man is actually being successful. Why not get him out of there when y'all seen the production was low and they were barely making out of the first and second round? You know what I'm saying? Now that the flower is about to blossom, you want to go ahead and pick off the leaves? Like
the flower didn't blossom though.
It was starting to.
I felt like it. I felt like it was about to blossom.
They went down 0-2 in New York.
Yeah, but when you make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, that's a flower blossoming because it's hard to get there. So it's
hard,
like,
yeah.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. All right, I'm gonna ask both of you a question. Before they got to the Eastern Conference, did any of you think they would beat Boston?
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't think they would beat Boston?
I didn't beat Boston. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because Boston shoot themselves out of games.
That's true. That's true.
So I know Boston. All it takes is once Jaylen Brown went down.
You mean Tatum?
Tatum. Yeah, it was over with, man.
But they was already up 2-1 going to 3-1. They was already up.
But
even if he didn't go down, it
was solidified in my mind at that point. Like,
but I'm saying even if he didn't go down, they still was gonna lose that game. Like they were like down like 10-11 with like 2-3 minutes left. They were still gonna lose that game. So my thing is this, right? I feel like he deserved what he got because just like you said, you've been playing a 7 to 8 man rotation this whole season, not just the playoffs. The regular season is the regular season. Every coach cuts their bench in the playoffs. Every coach does that.
I hate that.
But during the regular season, you did the same thing. When Mikal Bridges, a guy that hasn't missed any game, I don't think the last time Mikal Bridges missed a game was like probably 8 years ago. No, okay, there we go, in high school. That's the last time he's missed a game. And for him to say, hey, like, you should be playing other players, that's alarming. Like, this happened during the middle of the season. So it's like, I get, like, Tibbs is a good coach. He's not a bad coach. But every stop he's been at, it's the same thing. He was in Chicago. You did the same thing in Chicago, played him too many minutes. You went to Minnesota. You did the same thing, too many minutes. You go to New York. You do the same thing, too many minutes. So at this point, what are you going to learn to, switch it up?
Open it up. But he just did it. Like I said, he did it too late.
Exactly.
Too late. But he just did it too late.
Exactly.
So yeah, he got what was coming. I just think they should have did it sooner if they was gonna do all of that.
I agree with you.
Don't just let him get to this point and be able to drink a little bit of water and then kick him away from the water fountain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
But
with Tibbs being fired, I just want to ask you guys, who do you think could be the next guy up?
You know who is?
You know who it is? Rick Brunson.
Yeah.
You know who it is?
Don't play like this, bro. Don't play like this.
Exactly.
You're right. No, you're right. But I feel like they're going to bring in, like, what you call that, another scapegoat into this. Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd will be the next head coach of the New York.
Is that a take right now?
Yeah, that's a hot take right now.
Okay, hot take. Okay.
That's a hot take.
I got a lot of editing to do, man. I got a lot of because Melo, you've been on one today, but hey,
the coach is gonna be Rick Brunson. I'm telling you,
Rick Brunson.
It's gonna be Rick Brunson.
Rick mother freaking Brunson.
Brunson. All right, so both of you guys say Rick. I'm saying J Kidd as the scapegoat.
Okay. Hey,
There's no more scapegoats. There
How
can't be
about-
another scapegoat. There's no Boston next year. Boston's down. So there's no Milwaukee. So it's only Indiana and Cleveland. That's it.
Don't forget about Orlando. Orlando's a good team.
Yeah. Don't sleep on my young.
I'm just saying.
Orlando.
I'm not sleeping on. I'm just going on how based upon like what did they go through, because they were not like the people didn't think that Cleveland wasn't going. People thought it was going to be Cleveland and Boston in the Western in the Eastern Conference Finals, and it didn't happen. So I'm just saying pretty much how this year is going. So he got fired.
No.
His fault.
It's crazy. Shout out to Tibbs though. He's sitting on a fat check, so he
30 mil guaranteed. Tibbs. Hey Tibbs, if you're watching this right now, man, let me get 10%, bro. That's a lot for 10%. 10% Tibbs.
Dude. I just want a season ticket. I want to be a season ticket holder, but it's not. It's not a thing. Right?
I don't think he got access to do that no more.
Yeah. You got the money.
Melo's crazy. I don't even want 3%. Just give me 1%.
1%.
Give me 1%, bro.
I say like this too. If we all go to a game, Melo, and you get to talking crazy like this, man.
It depends what city though. Depends what city.
Okay.
New York, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it in New York. I want to do it in a small market team like a San Antonio.
See, no, they're not having that. They're not having that over here either. Bruh. You know Mexican people got hands now. You do that. These people bro. It's go Spurs go around here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, listen, I'd rather do it in a small market team. I'd rather not do it like in
Utah. Try that at Utah.
Mm-hmm. I heard Utah get real racist out there.
Yeah.
I heard they get real racist out there.
Try Sacramento.
Oh yeah.
Sac.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to try that.
None of the big markets.
None of the big markets. Not the Dallas of the world, not the LA.
Go to Washington. Go to Washington and try that.
It's easy.
Yeah.
I've been to a game in Washington. Matter of fact, that's the best arena. If you guys ever go to DC, Washington is the best arena.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes.
What they got going on over there, bro?
Huh?
What they got going on over there?
It's like, like the fans know that their team's is ass, and they just go there just for a good time. That's what I like about it.
Okay. So they remind you of Jets fans.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though that we're gonna beat you guys this year, we're gonna take over the AFC East. We're gonna go to the playoff, and we'll see you in the Super Bowl.
Okay. Wow.
I don't know how he's still stuck on the Super Bowl.
And he's saying this with like sometimes he be saying this with a straight face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
that's what he's like. Man,
we're not even talking about ending a playoff drop first. Like let's steps to this first.
Nah, you got things big, guys. Stop.
Yeah, but the playoff drop is big. What do you mean?
But look, I like to see it at the foreseeable future.
Okay.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. If me and him was in family, bro, I would have been called. I'd have been called somebody to come get him, bro. I'd have been called somebody to come get. But
you would have made that call.
I'd have made that call, bro.
You'd be like, "Yo, this is where he's at."
No, he wildin'.
Dropping a low on you. What? So to transition, man. Who we got winning the finals? Man, I can't see who we got winning the finals. Gun to head. And when I say gun to head, I mean like you give me your answer and keep it as that. Okay,
as is. Whew. Listen, I don't care. It's Tyrese Halliburton, Burlington, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, Timmy Turner, Andrew Name-Hard. My dick is hard. Pause.
Oh, shit.
Give me Thunder and 6, baby. Thunder and 6.
Okay. Yo, wild guy, yo. I love it though. I love it.
Where you going with all this?
I love it, Melo. I love it. Way to stick to your guns, my boy. Way to stick to
Yeah,
your
Thunders in 6. You heard it here first.
Okay, we heard it here first, bro.
First, yes.
Now, Starboy, man. What about you, bro?
I'm taking Indiana. I'll take it the Pacers, man.
Okay,
I'm taking Pacers in 6.
that's okay.
Pacers in 6.
So how about this? We gonna figure something out. Whoever wins out of this little thing, we gotta buy each other a little, little lunch or something.
Okay.
Deal.
Okay. I also got OKC.
And
Okay.
I can't tell you when. I just got OKC. I just got
whenever
OKC.
they win, pretty much, right?
Yeah, whenever they win, brother. Whenever they win.
Pacers. Don't let them take game 2.
I like the Pacers now. You know, the irony though is I'm enjoying watching the Pacers, but I just can't go against SGA in that mid range, man. It was ridiculous. They let this last one slip. I think they're gonna come out angry and they're gonna put belt to ass.
But they didn't play good either. Pacers didn't play good. They had like 27.
That's what I'm trying to say. 24 turnovers, and they still managed to win the game. That's what got me hot. Feel me?
Exactly.
Pacers is that type of team. You really gotta beat their ass from start to finish.
Yeah, this was an anomaly. You know, they let off the gas and they messed up a little bit.
No, this is not an anomaly.
Hey, man.
They've been doing this all playoffs.
Yeah, but in this situation with the OKC Thunder, that's not what they used to.
Right. They used to BTA, bro.
They used to, Once OKC got you down, they usually finish the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't expect them to roar back like that. You know, shout out to the young scrappy Pacers, man.
But look, there's something that you guys probably didn't notice.
Talk to me.
I am for, and I sometimes could be against small ball. I felt like
exactly what he's about to say,
bro.
What?
I know exactly what you're about to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. I just felt like if he had either Hartstein out there, Siakam would not have got those 2 offensive rebounds and make that basket.
Yo, where the hell was Hartenstein, man?
Exactly. The coach decided to go small ball because he thought that he was going to run them out the gym.
You on to something, Melo?
You see?
Because that's the rebound guy now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. If he was in that last possession, especially that last 5 minutes or so, I promise you, Indiana would not have that run that they had. Because being told that Siakam was the biggest guy on that court, that's why he was able to do what he did.
Right.
Look what that is.
That's exactly. Wait,
exactly.
Like you hear me holding the coach accountable.
No, I hear you holding him accountable, but what I'm saying is this is why I feel like Indiana's going to win the series, because I feel like this. If the finals just started, why are you making adjustments and you haven't even played the game yet? Like, look, why would you take him out the starting lineup and you didn't even play yet?
Yeah,
I saw his approach. His approach was like, man, let's run these niggas off the court and go home. That's the approach that I saw. So I was like, I already knew what exactly he's trying to do. As soon as, Indiana started going on that round, I was like, okay, now put in your big. He still left him on the bench. I'm like, fuck. And, no disrespect to Caruso or like Lou Dort, you feel me? Just felt like they needed somebody bigger.
Bro, it's because Chet can't guard Siakam.
Oh, no, he can't. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He about to give it like
even watching Chet. Even Chet was out of position on like certain games.
The game come on tonight?
No, it's tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say also, bro, we got UFC tonight.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of O'Malley. Okay,
yeah.
Shine O'Malley. Okay, let me find out. Y'all tapping in. Okay. Hey, to transition, this is our last topic of the day, but we're gonna make this our best one. And before we, get on this topic, I want to say thank you guys for supporting. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Because we can't do this without you guys, Soko fam. And we're gonna keep on coming with the consistency, minus this being 20.1. But we tried.
We did.
Okay, so is it better to be smart with no resources or the opposite? So what I meant by this question is like, is it better to be smart, like you're intelligent and you have no resources, or be have all the resources but lack intelligence?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, gang. That's a good question. You really have me thinking. Usually, I would have I would have had an answer for you right there and then, but now you got me thinking.
I already got
whatever answer I choose, I'm fucked.
I came up with this one off the cuff, bro. I don't know what just
I already got my answer, bro.
hit me, dog.
Go
I'm
for
going
it, Starboy.
the opposite, because when you think about it, the way that this world is trending, majority of the people that make it aren't smart. They just have the resources, or they create the resources. You take all these different apps. You take streaming. You take OnlyFans. You take,
Social media.
social media. Like, you know what I'm saying. As long as you're attractive and you can generate, just followers and views, and if you could have some type of controversy, you're gonna be successful. So that's all. Nobody watches a full, like, people don't watch full stuff anymore. They just go for the clickbait. Whatever I can see that's clickbait, just like if you go on YouTube, the YouTube shorts, if it's clickbait on the shorts, people are tuned in. You could put a caption and say, you know, such and such disrespects this person. And then when you watch the short, that never happened. But you already go for the clickbait. Since you got the clickbait, I got you. So I'm taking, because it, like, even if you have, resources, if you're smart with no resources, then what good is it? It's like, it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going with the opposite, because I just feel like that's the way the world is going to now.
Okay.
Not gonna lie to you again. I probably gonna have to piggyback off you too. Okay, I'd rather be a bird brain and have stupid resources around me, bro. Shit,
Right.
like they say, think smarter, not harder. So
Harder, yes, y'all onto it, hey. And I'm gonna triple down on that statement. Look, I could be dumb as a box of rocks, but if I could communicate properly and say, hey man, would you like to, partner up and do this, what I'm saying? They just because you got the resources and you got the leverage with all your resources, it can put you in even a better space than you once was. But you smart and you don't got nothing, man, dog. It's like you building from the ground up, and it could take a lot longer than it would if you had all the resources in whatever you might need to succeed. Like, let's say I know major business that's booming is the cannabis business, right?
right.
But if you don't got the grow room, you don't got the pots, and you don't got the soil and all the seeds, and what good are you?
Exactly.
So,
Your words may mean nothing.
nothing. You could talk smooth talk. Be Rico Suave in the boardroom.
Mm-hmm.
Get nothing done.
Exactly.
Walk out without a deal, just because people don't believe in you. But if you have assets and things to for somebody to believe in, he already has 10 Lamborghinis. Not saying that it has to be necessarily materialistic, but if you already have like the grow room, you got you got all of the whole setup.
Exactly.
We'll be like, well, we'll be willing to invest in you because you got the shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh yeah,
that's a good thought process, Starboy, and way to double down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna triple down on that.
Hell
And
yeah.
This is Soko Fam, and this is Soko Vibes Sports, and we hope to see you guys next week. And if we got some time, we might throw in a bonus episode just for the lack of
Time.
Exactly.
So, appreciate y'all for joining us today. Make sure y'all guys like, comment, and
Subscribe. Till next time.
Till next time. Bow. It didn't even end.